Hello, good evening. Welcome everybody. This webinar is organized by Pune River Revival, which is PRR. We are a group of many organizations and individuals. We mainly work for the rights of rivers. We want rivers to be clean, flowing in their natural forms and not channelized with rich biodiversity. And that is something that is our dream. Basically, we want to have a great aquatic life, and in the process we are questioning anything that is not happening this way, uh, whether it is RFD, or whether it is people affected by floods, whether it is construction in the flood lines. So this is what we mainly work on, and as part of this work, we want to reach out to as many people as we can. And for this outreach program, we have these webinars on every Wednesday. So through these webinars, we actually want to let people know a lot about rivers, water, different natural solutions, and about pollution. So if you have missed any of our previous webinars, they are all on our YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and look for Pune River Revival, and there you can watch all our previous webinars. So for today's guest, Shailaja Tai is going to introduce him. We have Dr. Ajit Gokhale with us.
नमस्कार सबको, मेरा नमस्कार। और डॉक्टर अजित गोखले मेरे लिए पहचान देना भी थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है बेसिकली, बट दिस इज अ प्रोटोकॉल। तो मैं बोलना चाहूंगी कि डॉक्टर अजित गोखले बेसिकली इज अ बॉटनिस्ट, मगर पैशन फॉर रिकरेक्टिंग द नेचर्स इंटरवेंशंस जो हम लोगों ने किए हैं, मैन मेड इंटरवेंशंस, जिसकी वजह से पोल्यूशन, वेस्ट वाटर बनता जा रहा है। तो नेचुरल सॉल्यूशंस, ये उनके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम ही है। उन्होंने काफी सारा, मीन्स द पर्सन हु एक्चुअली वर्क्स ऑन द ग्राउंड, जिन्होंने फील्ड के ऊपर जाके, इट्स जस्ट नॉट द थियरी बट ब्रॉट इट इनटू द प्रैक्टिकल, ऐसे आदमी को हम लोग आज उनसे चर्चा करने के लिए लाए हुए हैं। तो अजीत गोखले basically a botanist and working on field, on ground, also giving a lot of scientific support and solutions. नेचर बेस्ड सॉल्यूशंस ये बहुत कॉमन टर्म हो गई है, मगर नेचुरल सॉल्यूशंस इज समथिंग विच ही इज गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट। सो मैं बोलती हूँ कि डॉक्टर अजीत गोखले, अभी आपके हाथ में ये है, you can start please without wasting more time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you, Shailaja, and thanks to all PRR group members. You are doing magnificent work. What you are actually doing for so many months together, so many, practically you must have crossed a year, I think. Hello?
No, it's more than 2 years,
More
two
than
and a
2
half
years,
years. Yes.
So it's tremendous work that you people are putting in. Thanks your dedication, your persistence, and it is very rare to have citizens organizations coming together and working for very long time for some causes which are beyond normal people's interest. Is my screen visible?
Sir,
Screen is visible, but I think the voice is a bit low.
तुम्ही व्हॉल्यूम थोडा वाढवा तुमचा.
Oh, जरूर. Is it any better now?
Yeah, this is better.
Great, thank you. I'll start with the presentation. Today, we'll try and see these things. How a natural STP is giving 20 kilograms of honey per year, besides the treated one. How it began with an inquiry about sweet water in seafood. Through work on Martinia annua, how we helped in preventing anthropogenic flood in over 45 villages. How inverting rich to valley approach has helped in more than 300 villages. Why do we now have so much arsenic in water? That is one question. And will the coastal cities drive us to extinction? That is another question. At the end, I'll share our experience with service to Ram Nadi using Kalki. As Natural Solutions, we started in 2003 and we work only on invitation basis. And in so many places, multiple times, we were called for giving solutions to environmental issues. This is the video of a natural reed bed system. What you saw just now looks like a garden, but it is treating sewage of Maharashtra Police Academy. About 3 lakh liters of sewage is getting treated through this system daily. You can walk over it. You can enjoy performing yoga, meditation. It grows literally thousands of flowers. It has grown quintals of fruits. And here what you see under the green shade net are the honeybee boxes. And these honeybee boxes are giving 20 kilograms of honey every year for last 3 years. This is the reed bed system in Nasik, treating 3 lakh liters of sewage per day. Besides this, we have set up different types of reed beds in different places in Nasik. There is a place called Viveda Wellness Center where we treat 60 KLD of water, which comes to 21 million liters per year. At Grape County also we treat 60 KLD, which comes to 21 million liters. Maharashtra Police Academy, we are treating 3 lakh liters and it comes to 109.5 million liters per year. Together, these three organizations, by becoming zero discharge through natural means, are preventing 151.5 million liters of sewage getting into the river Godavari. How does the water look? The bottle on the left is the inlet water, the bottle on the right is the outlet water. These samples are of 15 lakh liters per day system, which is 1.5 million liters per day. You can actually relax on that system in a hammock. The trees which you are seeing are only 4-year-old.
थोडा आवाज आपल्याला अजून मोठा होईल का? कारण
हो
की
जरूर
फीडबॅक
जरूर
येतो त्याला तसं.
Okay. Any better now? Hello.
हा अजून थोडा.
Okay. Hello.
Perfect.
Thank you. This is treating 1.5 million liters per day. And that system actually gave them a biodiversity conservation app. It was meant for treating wastewater. We conserved and introduced so much biodiversity that the organization got a biodiversity award because. The picture below is of crazy crab, where people were not ready to rent the bungalows which are seen in the right hand corner. We set up a reed bed system there, and after doing that, the owners brought a boat and made honeymoon suites into it, next to a natural sewage treatment. You can see our Akshay relaxing on Viveda Wellness Center's reed bed. The image below is of industrial effluent, food processing industry. This is in a village. This village is Dikoli. The place that you are seeing is actually a shamshan, a crematorium. Dry in 2011 April. The same place, by the side of it, was going a dirty nala. In March 2013, this is how it looked. And we started working on it in February 2014. And by 2017, it matured into a very nice garden-like place. The maturity happened earlier. The photograph was taken and shared in 2017. The treated water was collected in pond like this, and this is how the Dekoli Shamshan looks today on Google Earth and the surrounding agricultural fields. This is the power of simple nature-based solution. People also call us when their lakes and ponds go bad, and we try and help them in making them clean so that they can claim Lake View apart. It all began in 1978. I was taken to Alibag by my parents, and I saw that this fort is surrounded by sea. It is actually in sea, and there is sweet water in there in the fort. After that, I went to Sindhudurga and then Janjira. All these places had sweet water, and the question was, how is there sweet water surrounded by sea? And that question was answered in 1996 when I went to a place called Kankeshwar, which is a hill. On the hill, there is a temple. You go through such kind of beautiful steps.
सर
आणि
परत
usually-
लोकांच्या चॅटमध्ये येतंय थोडा व्हॉइस अजून वाढवा, व्हॉल्यूम वाढवता येतोय का तुमचा कम्प्युटरवरचा?
वाढवलेला आहे, फुल आहे.
थोडस
Is that-
जवळ घेता का?
Hello.
तुमचा माईक सिस्टीम जवळ घेता का?
Hmm,
आता बरोबर येतोय.
करा.
हा.
Right. Usually, I should have found the temple pond like this. But then, see here, it's a climb there from 43 meters above mean sea level. You go to 351 meters above mean sea level. There is hardly any hill beyond 351. And in 1996 May, the pond was dry. There was no water in the wells around the pond. And there I could connect the dots. The well water is actually pond water which has gone inside. And that solved my issue and my question of how come there is sweet water on all these seafoods. What had happened here was some well-meaning people, the trustees, had emptied the pond in December 1995. When they emptied the pond in 1995 December, thinking that they are doing good thing, they are cleaning the pond. The wells went dry in March. Usually, the pond would have had so much water in December, and it would have had still water in March, April, May, so that the wells around would have had water throughout the year. But in 1996, there was no water on this fort, on this hill. And that helped me in connecting these dots. On all forts, there were appropriate rainwater harvesting techniques. Ganesh Mandir, temple pond, subsurface movement of water from the temple pond to the well in Alibag Kolaba fort. While all these things were happening in my mind, I was also studying, and that study led me to work on Martinia annua. It is an insectivorous plant. This plant attracts, kills, digests, and derives nutrition from the insects. Please do not search on Google for it because I did not publish my findings. It gave me doctorate. I chose not to publish. Have a closer look at the plant. All those circles are where the dead insects are. And if you go still closer, each of these tiny gland heads, they secrete minimum 8 different types of enzymes. 7 of them are hydrolytic enzymes, and one protective enzyme called superoxide dismutase. In electron microscopy, it revealed that the digestion products were absorbed by the stalks of the glands and the epidermal cells of the plant. After that, fate took me to Natural Solutions, a company where I learned a lot about water treatment, wastewater treatment, and organic farming. En route, I came across anthropogenic floods, and we could control those floods in 45 villages. Not all floods are natural, mind you. There are many floods nowadays which are caused by human beings. They are anthropogenic. Rivers like to flow freely like this, undisturbed. They have great power. They break cliffs and boulders. What we do is we make bridges, culverts. These bridges and culverts actually reduce the cross-sectional area for the water to flow. River is a conveyor belt. It carries plants, stones, rocks, sand, silt from the hill to the sea. En route, if there is some obstruction, that obstruction reduces the flow rate upstream of that obstruction. When the flow rate is reduced, sedimentation happens, and the silt, the stones, the rocks, the leaves, anything that the river is supposed to be carrying, it gets dropped. We like to travel, and we like to travel on great roads. We like to travel in trains as well. And for doing that, we cut naturally sloping lands for making ghat roads, or we bury through or we drill through the hills for making tunnels. While we do that, we take out a lot of debris, stone fragments, soil, and we dump them nearby. That nearby actually goes down into the stream. If you see the tunnel is tiny, and the approach road to tunnel is huge. All that waste of tunnel as well as debris, as well as the approach road, is dumped downstream. We also laud the efforts of engineers who very successfully did something that is called as lake tap. In Koina Lake, they did 4 lake tappings. Each lake tapping is making of a tunnel from Kolkewadi or Pofli to the reservoir of Koina. In that drilling, lot of debris comes out, it accumulates, and then results in flooding of Vasishti and Shivnad. These are the ghat slopes. These many are the streams coming down. When we make roads, we actually turn those streams and we convert them into concentrated flows. And at every turn, there is debris that is thrown down, which comes into rivers sooner or later. This is how we saw the river in Sakharapur. It was 6 meters deep in 1949. When we visited there, it was practically plus 1.5 meter above the banks. All ecologists feel that everything that is in the river is natural. Not so. Not so in these days. 100 years ago, yes. Today, no. The river was much deeper, much narrower. Actually, people needed a canoe, a tiny boat, to take them from one bank to other bank in the month of March. Here, what we saw was, in the month of November, we could have walked and crossed the river. Then we worked on the river with NAM Foundation and with the villagers, and we could get the river to flow in her path without doing any kind of flood damage. Actually, river is coming and telling you, you are doing wrong thing, and hence I am coming in your homes. River is Lokamata. She doesn't want to trouble us unless we do wrong things. Have a look at this. There is a dam called Pochampa Dam on Godavari in Telangana. That dam is holding water within Godavari where Manjra is coming and meeting. That confluence is the place where Manjra used to drop all her sand and silt and water into Godavari. But because Godavari is choked, Godavari doesn't accept Manjra water. She doesn't accept Manjra sand. All that sand, which is supposed to have gone to Bay of Bengal, is now choking Manjra. When Manjra chokes, Manjra doesn't allow her tributaries to come in. Manyad, Lendi, these are her tributaries, and they also cannot come in river Manjra. As a result, she floods, and when she floods, she makes Manyad and Lendi also flood. When they flood, farmers in this area cannot grow crops in rainy season. खरीफ में अगर किसान फसल नहीं उगाएगा तो कब उगाएगा? This is something which everybody should understand, including scientists and ecologists and everybody, that there is need to take care of our rivers from our own actions. And with that, we tried and helped design systems, design ways in which we can desilt the rivers. In Konkan, there are 24 of them. Out of 24, minimum 18 are very severely silted. Others are not silted because people are taking out sand from it, whether legally or illegally is a matter. The river health and the creek health is maintained by appropriate removal of sand from the river mouths and the river bed in appropriate locations, in appropriate quantity. I have known of creeks which were allowing large ship to come 25 to 35 kilometers inland. Today, a tiny canoe cannot go through because it is silted by our acts. These are the villages where people have worked on making them flood free. Generally, in the water management community, people love a phrase called rich to valley. Anything that is not rich to valley is not good. We understood rich to valley is good in low rainfall areas where the soil is thirsty for water, where the soil has plenty of water in first week or 2 weeks of rainfall. This rich to valley doesn't hold good. Actually, it is like if somebody has had 7-course dinner or 10-course dinner and actually is vomiting and you are trying to feed something to her or him. This is a village called Malghar Dapti in Zawar Taluka of Palghar district. This was the well on 5th January 2011. We made a subsurface bund downstream of the river. And that same river on 11th March 2012, it is giving this view. The water is full. Between, sorry, not 12, it is 2011. Between January to March, it doesn't rain. It was water which was passing by and a subsurface bund could hold. This is Mukta Jeevan, a home for children. They had made a bund which was not holding water. This is in December that we took this photo, 2012 December. In January 2013, we tried to work on it, and we actually worked.
Perfect.
Recording. We made such series of bunds for resolving water scarcity of over 300 villages in Maharashtra, in Rajasthan, in Orissa, in Uttar Pradesh as well. After making about 250 of these, we call them flank vented bunds. They don't hold silt and sand. We realized that a better bund is required, where during rainy season, the river will be free to move. After rainy season, we bund it because it is our need. It is not river's need. River doesn't need to be bunded at all, never. But because we are in so many numbers, if we have to, then we should use removable bunds. By now, we have made about 15 of them in various places, and they are doing quite well. We could also get several crops without sowing seeds, and that was by covering the soil with garbage. We are collecting for last 6 years garbage from 540 households. About 330 kilograms of garbage comes every day. We spread it appropriately on land. This particular thing was,
निलेश आंबेकर म्यूट करता का?
and the land gave us these crops. We did not sow the seeds. The seeds came from the garbage that we were treating. After monsoon, by turning one rotavator, we could get 13 food crops. Those seeds survived the beaks of chicken which we had kept. They survived the ants, the mice, the submersions, and we got several different types of crop plants. So if we take care of soil, soil does take care of us. Now about arsenic in crop. In 1996-97, I started working in Iron Exchange India Limited, and that time we were given a problem to resolve. We were told West Bengal and Bangladesh have arsenic in their borewell. Today, there is arsenic in so many states in India, and not just in India, even in United States. This is the map where estimated population with arsenic greater than 10 micrograms per liter are plotted. This is the world map. The color palette tells you where it is high, where it is low, and where it is no color, where it is white. Mind you, it is no data available. It is not that arsenic is not there. And the cause are such kind of tailing ponds. We need metals. We extract them through mineral extraction, metallurgy. Extremely polluting water comes out of it. Nothing can be done with that water. We accumulate it in these ponds, which are called as tailing ponds. These tailing ponds seep, they overflow, and the result is there is so much arsenic and of course other heavy metals in various places all over the world. Metallurgy can be of any kind. The wastewater mostly turns blue. Now, the second question, will the coastal cities drive us to extinction? Dinosaurs went extinct. This is Amchi, Mumbai. In Mumbai metropolitan region, about 22.7% of Maharashtra lives on 1.94% of land. It gets food from everywhere, eats it, discharges it into the sea, whether treated or untreated, immaterial. Because treatment in STPs of any kind other than land-based treatment, we remove only organic matter, BOD and COD, and we convert it into carbon dioxide and water. The minerals still remain and they go out. The problem with STPs, mechanical STPs, is we treat only BOD, COD. We allow all the minerals to remain in that way. So even if all the cities, coastal cities, decide that they treat the wastewater and leave into the sea, we are still losing so much nutrition, so many minerals to the sea. It is causing problem to the sea. It will cause problem. It is causing problem to the land from where the food is coming. We are crying the food productivity of the land is reduced. Why? We are losing minerals. Now this is Chennai. 0.9% land housing 19% people, sourcing food from everywhere and dumping it into the sea. And this is not just India. All over the world, the new cities which are coming, they are coming in places which are along the sea coast. As a result, we are losing so many minerals that we may die and become extinct because of lack of food, because of lack of minerals on the soil. Chemical agriculture will not be able to provide so many nutrients to the soil. Now, service to Ram Nadi. Thanks to an architect called Ajit Kumar Parab, Pune Municipal Corporation, who permitted us to work there, Persistent Foundation and Nirja Foundation, who supported us with some funds which were required. Between February end, March, April, May, and part of June, Ram Nadi, beyond highway, carries practically sewage and sewage only, nothing else. In that sewage carrying stream, I will not call a river. In that sewage carrying stream, we dosed this Kalki bioculture, and these are the results which we found. Before and after, in air, there was benzene and benzopyrene. And after dosing, we never found benzene benzopyrene. Carbon monoxide in air, before and after. Hydrogen sulfide in air, ammonia in air, nitrogen dioxide in air, 2.5 micron dust particles in air, 10 micron dust particles in air. Now this is water parameters. Biochemical oxygen demand, 140 before treatment, 22, 9, 13 after treatment. COD, 564 before treatment, 88, 43, 55 after treatment. Suspended particles, 164 to 6. Turbidity, 170 to 8.7. Now this is something that we wanted to share as what we have done. We'll be happy to answer questions. We'll be happy to set up projects and work with PRR, Jivit Nadi, and anyone who's actually working in resolving any practical problem of river or farm. Thank you. I'm stopping sharing.
Okay, great. So before we take questions here, I just want to make a quick announcement. We are going to have a silent march on 25th of August on Jangli Maharaj Road near Bal Gandharva on the footpath. This march is to express the solidarity with people who are affected by floods. As we know that these floods actually these floods actually cause problems, as sir just now told us, is because we are not treating river properly. If we do not take care of the river, and if we do not save rivers, then rivers will not save us. And that is why everything has happened. So of course, we are going to express the solidarity. And we are also going to talk about, talk means we are going to have placards because it's a silent march. So we are also going to have placards telling what is the root cause, how we should be protecting rivers and the ecosystem. And that is the only way we can protect ourselves, not by doing some, on the day when there is flooding, not by just helping people and expressing how painful we are feeling. By doing that, it is not going to help. So please do join us for the silent march on the 25th of August. It's Sunday at 4 o'clock near Bal Gandharva. And we are going to take a pledge for the river. And we will also have Raksha Bandhan for the river. You can get more information on our social media accounts, whether you join our WhatsApp group or whether you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You will get all the information about this. Amit has also posted a 45-second video. It's a short video telling you about the same march. And now, Sanjeev, it's to you for all the questions and discussions.
Yeah, thanks for it. So, thanks a lot, Dr. Ajit Gokhale, for the very enlightening information and in detail. Whatever we actually, a lot of things were new to us also. So, I think it is very good that we know that there are good solutions, natural solutions for preventing pollution and even flooding. So, the first question is from Niranjan Opasani, who himself has actually worked a lot on the river. So he feels that the bund built at MIT, which is Loni, which was recently flooded for the heavy rains, and the bund which was built there is one reason for flooding of it on premises. So what is your
Quite possible. If we block path of water in any way, it tends to back up, and it is quite possible that that bund and also lot of debris which has gone in from the city of Pune and PCMC in the rivers is causing us to have that back flow of water. Quite possible. Even metro pillars,
yes.
the debris that goes and attaches itself to Bide pool also becomes a bund. Any obstruction in river.
Hopefully these educational institutions themselves have better understanding and try to do something about it, which affects them.
They learn from books and they teach from books. If they start reading nature, they will not do so.
Yeah, that's what we hope, that they wake up at this point. So next question is from Kangan. She said, sir, do you do small projects of read bed system like at house level? And otherwise, suggest any books for read bed system.
On internet, there is a lot of information about read bed systems. Some wastewater treatment reference books have what do you call it, chapters on reed beds. Ministry of Environment and Forest also has come out with a book on reed beds. In 2003, Central Pollution Control Board has come out with guidelines for setting up reed beds. So there is data available online and in book form also. And we have set up reed beds for individual houses. In fact, one student is doing experiments in a tiny drum with reed beds, and it succeeded in doing it. 11th standard student.
Do we have the whatever information of that article or something, whatever he's?
I did write some articles in Pune, in Symbiosis Hill campus. We have set up 6 reed beds from 2007 onwards. They have been calling us and asking us to set up reed beds as they are developing, and we have set up so many reed beds. They are functional. There are only 2 persons who are taking care of those 6 reed beds. So you can imagine what kind of operation maintenance that must be having.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, even maintenance is very less, that means.
Yes.
Siddharth has a question that how frequently do we have to perform desilting activities on these bunds that you have built in the past, if it has to be done in any case?
The bunds which we made in the villages, we made flange vented bunds. They don't need desilting because they do not collect silt at all. The new bunds which we are making are still further improvement. they do not have any barrier in it. I'll share on PRR group some photographs and videos of flange vented bund as well as of entirely removable bunds.
Rahul Ozade, hopefully that has answered your question, Siddharth. Rahul is asking a question, this Kalki, where it is recommended and if it is giving such great results, why it is not used on mass scale?
That is a question which all of us should ask ourselves. We demonstrated it. We gave the entire report to Pune Municipal Corporation. We shared this data with everybody. Mr. Parab and his friends also gave Kalki practically free of cost to everybody and requested everybody to do their own experiments. He even gave the process of multiplication of the culture. It was so open, but not many people took it because they had a question in their mind. There is no scientific paper which says this is good. We tried to get scientific data or a project through NCL, and I think NCL asked for 56 lakh rupees for doing basic study on the culture which is there. We do not have 56 lakh rupees. So we are even now working with Kalki in various places in improving the STPs. Those STPs which are not functioning properly, we add Kalki to them, their performance improves.
तर याच्यात आणखीन एक गोष्ट झाली ना, राजश्री उजगडे बोलते. 2 वर्षापूर्वी खूप साऱ्या व्हॉट्सअप मेसेजेसला असे ग्रुप ऍक्टिव्हेट होत होते आणि वेंगुर्ल्याचे आय थिंक अजित सर, तर त्यांच्याशी पण बोलण्याचा प्रयत्न केला. मग आम्ही निगडीत राहतो. तर मग गणेश तलाव आमच्या इथे असंच आहे की दरवर्षी तिथून जलपर्णी काढली जाते रेग्युलर प्रमाणे आणि त्याच्यासाठी काही करता येईल का. पण काय झालं की याच्यामध्ये एक प्रॉपर रिस्पॉन्स किंवा कम्युनिकेशन गॅप असं बराच झाला आणि इट डिडंट वर्क. पण आणि म्हणजे आय वॉज ऑल्सो सरप्राईज की ऑल ऑफ सडन ते बंदच, म्हणजे इतक्या साऱ्या ठिकाणाहून येत होतं कल्कीबद्दलचं आणि नंतर ते मेसेजेस आणि कम्युनिकेशन काहीच इनपुट मिळायला बंद झालं.
आता तुम्ही पुन्हा सुरू करू शकता.
ओके, या येस.
स्वच्छ चांगल्या नदीमध्ये टाका असं आमचं म्हणणं नाही. एसटीपी टाका, एसटीपीचा परफॉर्मन्स सुधारा. नाले येत असतील तलावाकडे त्याच्यात टाका, नाल्यांना सुधारा.
पण तलावांमध्ये जरी टाकलं तरी सुद्धा तलावांमध्ये टाकलं
चालू शकेल, पण करून बघा प्रत्यक्षामध्ये. बरेच शेतकरी कल्की वापरतायत त्यांच्या शेतांमध्ये आणि त्यांना खूप चांगले परिणाम मिळत आहेत त्यांच्या शेतात. अजित कुमार परब हे प्रॅक्टिकली ते कल्की घेतात आणि पिऊन टाकतात. ते म्हणतात मी पितो, माझ्या 5 वर्षाच्या मुलाला पाजतो, माझ्या बायकोला पाजतो, आणखीन मी तुम्हाला त्याच्या सेफ्टी बद्दल काय प्रूफ. बऱ्याच लोकांना खूप कन्सर्न्स असतात, सेफ आहे का, प्रॉब्लेम आहे का, असं होईल का. मलाही होतं, मी पण त्यांना तेच विचारतो. ते म्हणले ते मिळेल, मी पिऊन टाकतो. लुई पाश्चरला आपण खूप छान मोठा म्हणतो, एडवर्ड जेन्नरला खूप मोठा म्हणतो, कारण त्यांनी त्यांच्या लसी स्वतःला टोचून घेतल्या आणि ते गोरे होते. अनफॉर्च्युनेट आपली मानसिकता अजून बदलली नाही.
सर, इथे असा एक प्रश्न आहे की आजच्या मीटिंगचं वृत्त इंग्लिशमध्ये असल्यामुळे काहीच समजलं नाही. तर मला तुम्हाला असं विचारायचं आहे की तुमच्याकडे काही लेख किंवा काही मराठीमध्ये आहे का की जे आपण लोकांबरोबर शेअर करू शकू,
ग्रुपवर पाठवू शकेल.
हा, तर तुषार हंडे तुमचा प्रश्न पोहोचलेला आहे की हे सगळं मराठीमध्ये पाहिजे. बरोबर आहे, आपण मराठीमध्ये जास्तीत जास्त लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचलं पाहिजे. तर मी सरांकडून ते जे पाठवतील ते आपण आपल्या व्हॉट्सअपच्या ग्रुपवरती
पाठवतो.
तुम्ही पाठवाल ना पुणे रिव्हर रिवायवलच्या, तर त्याच्यामुळे आपण ते मराठीमध्ये वाचून आपण समजून घेऊ शकतो. संजीव, यू कॅन गो अहेड.
So next question is from Praveen Lunkad. He's saying, do you set up any environmental lab for school education?
We do not set up lab, but we can help schools in setting up labs.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
The
Yeah,
initiative should be from school.
correct. Good. Sari Patwardhan has asked whether she's thanked for this wonderful sharing of your presentation. And she wants to know whether we can visit any site.
Yes, you can visit all the sites.
Like a study trip, can we arrange for that? So maybe we can-
Certain. Actually,
Yeah.
if you people wish, we can go from village to village where floods have been protected, where hill villages which were having great trouble for 4 to 5 months in getting water. Now they are getting water throughout the year. These villages also can be covered, and the reed bed systems can be covered.
म्हणजे एक असं एक स्टडी ट्रिप आय थिंक अरेंज केलं तर आय थिंक इट विल बी
Sure.
रिअली हेल्पफुल
Agdi sir.
it will be more because when we see the actual
We
things
can do
then
it for 1 day, we can do it for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days.
great oh so
Your
some
turn.
we can plan that yes
You want to come to a place called Jalandhar Army Public School, where we
Ah.
set up a reed bed system in 2002. And again, we went there in 2017. Between that, for 15 years, we had no contact with them. Their principals and caretakers kept changing. And people had even forgotten that they have something called as reed bed system. The operator, when we went there and asked the principal, you have reed bed system, we have installed it and we have come to see it. He said, reed bed? ऐसा भी होता है हमारे यहाँ? पता नहीं हमें. I said, yes, you must be having, we installed it. We have come to see it. Then he called the person who looks after managing sewage. भाई हम गंदा पानी फेंकते हैं, कहाँ फेंकते हैं? The person told, but जंगल में फेंकते हैं हम. When I went there, I saw that jungle actually was our reed.
wow
And the water that was coming out of that jungle was collecting into a pond which they call as tappad in Punjabi. And that tappad had migratory birds. That tappad had a lot of fish life. It was a beautiful place. So if people are willing to come to Bias near Jalandhar,
okay
I'll be happy to go there again.
it is far off but yeah that is a great success story yeah maybe there is a jungle instead of reed bed so
Absolute jungle.
yeah
They call it jungle, but it is reed.
okay
So reed beds work even if we don't trim them.
correct absolutely Renuka you have raised your hand you can go ahead and ask the question please go ahead Renuka ji maybe
मला
I
एक
think-
प्रश्न विचारू का
हो विचारा ना प्लीज
आमच्या सांगलीच्या फॅक्टरीच्या जवळ आमचं एक फार्म आहे तिथं आम्हाला सुएज येत आहे सगळं इंडस्ट्रियल नाही आहे होम्स हे घरातलंच पाणी वगैरे एक जवळपास 2 लाख लिटर पर डे येतं ते आम्ही आमच्या फार्मवर सगळं ट्रीट करतोय पण ते सगळे त्याचे फ्रुट्स व्हेजिटेबल माणसांच्या हेल्थसाठी सेफ असतात का
नीट चांगलं ट्रीट केलं असेल
आम्ही
तर
ट्रीट
safe.
नाही करतोय ऍज इट इज पंप करून वापरतोय
किती वर्षापासून वापरताय?
गेले 4 वर्ष
4 वर्ष वापरत असताना काम करणाऱ्या कामगारांना काही त्रास झाला का त्याचा?
काही नाही आणि उलटे केळी पपई यांचे गोडवा जास्त आहे
आता मला सांगा, पुस्तकामध्ये लिहिलंय केवळ की त्याच्याने फार प्रदूषण होतं, गोंधळ होतो वगैरे वगैरे.
नाही,
तुम्ही स्वतः ते केळी पपई खाल्ली आहेत ना?
हो खातोय रोज
काही त्रास झाला?
काहीच नाही
पुस्तकापेक्षा आपण जेव्हा आपल्या शरीरावरती आणि आपल्या परिसरावरती विश्वास जास्त ठेवायला लागतो
हम्म
तेव्हा बरेच प्रश्न सुटतात. तुम्ही जे काय करताय ती इन अ वे
हम्म.
रीड पाहिजे.
अच्छा अच्छा
येते का तुमच्या लक्षात? तुम्ही सुवेज घेताय
हा
आणि
नाही
डिस्पर्स
सुएज आमच्या फार्म मधून जात होता मग मी पंप करायला सुरुवात केली आजूबाजूला इतके कॉन्क्रीट जंगल झालं ते सगळं तो नालाच ब्लॉक व्हायला लागला
याचा अर्थ तुम्ही ते सुवेज घेताय आणि
हम्म.
छोट्या क्वांटिटी मध्ये डिस्पर्स करून देताय.
हा म्हणजे तरी
ट्रॉपिकल
20
कंट्रीज मध्ये 3 ते 5 लिटर पर स्क्वेअर मीटर जर आपण वाहतं सिवेज टाकलं, 3 ते 5 लिटर पर स्क्वेअर मीटर ज्याच्यावरती
हा.
झाडं आहे, तर प्रदूषण नावाची गोष्ट थिअरीत राहते.
थँक्स फॉर गुड ऍडवाइस. कारण
Hello.
सगळे जरा डाऊटफुल होते.
Do you hear me, please?
येस
Yes,
येस
Yes.
Renuka. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations on your phenomenal work, Doctor. And I was very curious about your work, and to a certain extent, I've learned. I'm sure there's a lot more to learn about the kind of work you do. And friends, I would like to place on record in my little conservation efforts, whenever it is, a doctor has been so generous with his advice. He's always been very forthcoming. I would like to thank him
Thank you.
on our behalf. And another thing is, a question is, as compared to a regular STP, what percentage of chemicals reduces with a reed based system? Of course, it will depend on the kind of plants, etc. But by and large, and also the cost effectiveness, the recurring cost is reduced. That I understand. And also the area that will be required. Is our housing societies in a position to do this? These are my questions, please.
One thing, like Mr. Praveen Lunkad said, he's taking sewage and he's dispersing it on his land. His land is becoming productive. The fruits are tastier. And the workers have no problem. The people who consume the fruits have no problem. If we take sewage and disperse it on the hills of Pune at the rate of 2 liters, 3 liters, 5 liters per square meter, there will be no pollution. What mechanical STP is removed is actually the organic matter, which is actually food for growth of microorganisms. People who are working in agriculture, they keep telling about organic carbon, soil organic matter. Now, this sewage which we are dispersing, discharging, actually has human waste, excreta, which is organic matter. It has urine, which is urea. STPs are designed to remove this organic matter. STPs are designed to convert this urea into nitrate. And more modern STPs are designed to convert that nitrate into nitrogen and releasing it into the air. RCF buys costly petrochemicals for taking aerial nitrogen, combining it and making urea out of it. Now, if all of us appropriately start discharging our wastewater on plant-covered soil, there will not be any need of sewage treatment plants. The sewage will become a resource. So far as capital cost is concerned, we'll require pumping system, piping system, distribution system, so that we disperse the sewage at the rate of 2 liters or 3 liters or 5 liters per square meter. We have done this in a place called SR University near Warangal in Telangana. Excellent results. Absolutely no issues about odor. That water practically gets consumed on daily basis by the plants. The so-called food, the so-called BOD, COD, becomes food for the earthworms in the soil. By the way, many people are awed by these terms BOD and COD. I have a question. If you give me a glass of liquid with BOD 1.5 lakhs and COD 3 lakhs, I will drink it. because that would be a mango milkshake or a rabdi or a lassi. Values, numbers are not bad. Whether they are digestible or not, that is bad. If you give me water, which has hardly about 15 COD, I will not drink it. 15 COD water made out of potassium cyanide can kill anybody. Whereas 3 lakh COD water or liquid can be extremely nourishing. Ecologists, engineers, common people need to learn this.
Sir, you talked about arsenic. आर्सेनिकचे किती भयानक आता परिणाम जाणवत आहेत पाण्यामध्ये आणि ओव्हरऑल सॉइलमध्ये याच्याबद्दल तुम्ही बोलला. पण त्याच्यासाठीचं रेमेडीज काय असू शकतील किंवा कसं?
त्याच्यासाठी रेमेडी हे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट लोकांनी ROI नावाची एक गोष्ट असते. इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, इकॉनॉमिस्ट सगळ्यांनी रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट. मर्सिडीज के रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट कोई नहीं पूछेगा डायरेक्ट. डायरेक्टर का हेलीकॉप्टर हो, एयरप्लेन हो, उसका रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट कोई नहीं पूछेगा. वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीटमेंट का रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट जरूर. ये माइंडसेट बदलना पड़ेगा. इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है. देयर आर वेज ऑफ ट्रीटिंग इवन द वर्स्ट काइंड ऑफ टेलिंग पॉन्ड वॉटर. लेकिन ये होमो सेपियंस के जगह पे हम लोग होमो इकोनॉमिकस हो गए. इसके लिए हम काम नहीं करते दिमाग से.
Especially in the arid area. Arid areas, the desert area.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
सर मला एक विचारायचं होतं. बऱ्याच ठिकाणी सिवेज वॉटर बरोबर केमिकल वॉटर पण मिक्स होतं, म्हणजे इंडस्ट्रियल वॉटर. हा सगळ्यात कळीचा मुद्दा आहे.
हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. आणि तिथे सुद्धा इंडस्ट्रियल वॉटर हे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्टच तयार करत असतात.
करेक्ट करेक्ट. पण इट इज हार्मफुल टू
मर्सिडीज आणि BMW चे त्यांना काही प्रॉब्लेम नसतो.
पण मग त्याच्या म्हणजे हाऊ टू गो, काय म्हणजे त्याच्यासाठी कशा पद्धतीनं सोल्युशन काढता येईल किंवा हाऊ टू थिंक ऑन.
त्यांचा आत्मा जागा झाला तर टेक्निकल सोल्युशन्स आहेत त्याच्यावर.
ओके, सो इट इज मस्ट की केमिकल वॉटर मिक्स होताच कामा नये, म्हणजे इंडस्ट्रियल वॉटर.
आणखीन एक जरा गोष्ट सांगायची वाटते. केमिकल या नावाच्या गोष्टी सुद्धा आपल्याला खूप भीती वाटते. मी तुम्हाला एका केमिकल बद्दल सांगतो. ते केमिकल सॉलिड, लिक्विड आणि गॅशियस अशा तीनही फॉर्म मध्ये एक्झिस्ट. आणि प्रत्येक फॉर्म मध्ये ते माणसाला मारू शकतो. गॅशियस फॉर्म मध्ये ते खूप बर्निंग इंजुरीज करतो. लिक्विड फॉर्म मध्ये ते मिळालं नाही तर माणूस मरतो, जास्त मिळालं तरी माणूस मरतो. आणि सॉलिड फॉर्म मध्ये जर खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात असेल आणि माणूस तिथे अडकला तरी तो मरतो. त्या केमिकलचं नाव आहे पाणी. केमिकल या शब्दाला घाबरून. किती केमिकल, कुठलं केमिकल, त्याचा विचार करा. बरेच जण हेवी मेटल या शब्दांना पण खूप घाबरतात. सिवेज मध्ये हेवी मेटल असतं, कसं बरं वापरणार ते. मातीमध्ये हेवी मेटल नसतं, याचं सर्टिफिकेट आहे का आपल्याकडे. मातीमध्ये हेवी मेटल्स असतात. ती झाडात येतात का नाही हे त्या मातीच्या हेल्थ वरती ठरतं. सगळी हेवी मेटल्स पृथ्वीच्या पोटातूनच काढली जातात. माझं म्हणणं असं नाही की मुद्दामून हेवी मेटल पाण्यात टाकावी, नाही, टाकूच नाही. पण तारतम्य नावाची एक गोष्ट, सायंटिफिक अप्रोच नावाची एक गोष्ट, पुस्तकाच्या पलीकडे जाऊन प्रश्न विचारण्याची एक गोष्ट, ती महत्वाची.
थँक्यू.
We have one past hour, so I think I don't know whether we can take any more questions. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Santosh, you want to?
सर एकच फक्त तुमच्या
हो, sure.
ह्याचं कन्क्लुजन करताना आय वुड लाईक टू रिअली थँक डॉक्टर अजित गोखले आणि त्यांनी जे आतापर्यंत सगळ्या ज्या पार्टिसिपंटनी ऐकलं त्याच्यामध्ये 2-3 गोष्टी फक्त मला त्यांचं जे त्यांनी ओव्हरऑल सांगितलं ते सांगावंसं वाटतं की सुएज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांटच्या बद्दल सुद्धा ते जे बोलले ते डिसेंट्रलाइज सुएज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही पोल्युशन ऍट सोर्स कसं कंट्रोल करा ह्याच्याबद्दल त्यांनी खूप छान वेगवेगळ्या गोष्टी सांगितल्या आणि जेव्हा सेंट्रलाइज सगळं तुम्ही एकत्र करता आणि म्हणजे काही 50-55च्या काळामध्ये ऍक्च्युली पीएमसी हे जेव्हा आपला ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर गोळा करून त्याचे केक बनवत होते ना तेव्हा शेतकरी विकत घेऊन त्या काळामध्ये 50-55 हजार रुपये त्यांना रेव्हेन्यू मिळत होता. त्यामुळे ह्या गोष्टी कुठेतरी सगळेजण विसरले गेलेले आहेत किंवा विस्मरणात गेलेली आहे. या गोष्टी ज्या नेचर बेस्ड सोल्युशन किंवा नॅचरल सोल्युशनच्या बाबतीत गोखले सरांनी आज अतिशय साध्या सोप्या पद्धतीने तुम्हाला सांगितलं आणि मॅन मेड पोल्युटंट्स किंवा जे टॉक्सिक आहेत की विचार बियॉन्ड परमिसिबल लिमिट्स आहेत की जे पाण्यामध्ये यायला नाही पाहिजेत, जे नॅचरली येतात, जे डोंगरावरून येतात, ती खनिज नदीला आवश्यकच असतात किंवा नदीच्या बाजूची जमीन आहे तिला आवश्यकच असतात. पण जे मोटर गॅरेज मधून येणारं एफ्लुएंट जे डायरेक्टली आपण नदीत टाकतो ह्या गोष्टी आपल्याला कशा अडवायच्या ह्याच्यावर आपला विचार करणं जास्त आवश्यक आहे. हा सरांनी जे काही थोडक्यात सांगितलं त्याचं मी सार सांगायचा प्रयत्न करते. गोखले सर परत तुम्हाला धन्यवाद आणि तुम्ही खूप सुंदर पद्धतीने आपल्या आजच्या मेंबर्सना सांगितलं आणि वी विल बी कॉन्स्टंटली असोसिएटेड विथ इच अदर. ते आपण असतोच अधूनमधून, त्यामुळे आपण हे काम करतच राहू.
लोकांना मला कंटिन्युअस मेसेजेस येतात, इतकं प्रचंड सगळ्यांना ते आवडलेलं आहे की सगळे म्हणतात की सरांचा आम्हाला कॉन्टॅक्ट मिळेल का. लोक मला विचारतात की रेकॉर्डिंग, तर रेकॉर्डिंग होत आहे, हे उद्या तुम्हाला आमच्या युट्यूब चॅनलवर बघायला मिळेल पुणे रिव्हर रिव्हायवलच्या. आणि त्यांनी तुम्ही नॅचरल सोल्युशन्स असं सर्च केलं तर तुम्हाला अजित गोखले नॅचरल सोल्युशन्स तर त्यांची वेबसाईट मिळेल, तिथे पण तुम्ही त्यांना कॉन्टॅक्ट करू शकता आणि ते आपल्याला मराठी लिटरेचर आपल्या व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपवर पाठवणार आहेत. तर त्याच्यामुळे मला माहिती आहे की आपल्याला 1 तास होऊन गेला तरी वेळ कमी पडलेला आहे, पण आपण त्यांच्या संपर्कात राहू शकणार आहोत. तर खूप खूप धन्यवाद.
एक सजेशन द्यावंसं वाटतं. एक
नक्कीच.
पुस्तक आहे जल थल मल नावाचं,
अच्छा.
सोपान जोशी नावाच्या गृहस्थांनी लिहिलेलं, हिंदीमध्ये लिहिलेलं अतिशय गोड पुस्तक आहे. सांडपाणी, मल मूत्र आणि जमीन यांचं एकमेकांशी नातं कसं होतं आणि कसं असायला हवं. शैलजा त्यांनी जसं सांगितलं की सॉलिड वेस्टचे केक विकत घेतले जात होते शेतकऱ्यांकडून, भारतभर ती परिस्थिती होती आणि त्यामुळेच भारत सूर्याला सोपा लागला. आपण केमिकल फर्टिलायझर्स आणून मोठी चूक केली आहे आणि ती चुकीचं शिक्षा आपल्या मुलाबाळांना भोगायला लागण्याची शक्यता आणि ते अवॉइड करण्याचा प्रचंड मोठा प्रयत्न. धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू.
धन्यवाद. थँक्यू.
धन्यवाद. गुड डे.
गुड नाईट.
गुड नाईट.
खूप
Bye.
खूप धन्यवाद
Thank you
सर.
so much, sir.
थँक्यू.
Thank you.
थँक्यू. थँक्यू. थँक्यू.
करायची एंड मीटिंग.